About the time we think we can make ends meet, somebody moves the ends. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? I mean, there's so much FUD being pumped around out there, I've noticed. You know, it seems like everyone's really unsure of what's happening and what to do and what they should be doing with their investments. I'm not stressing it. I mean, they even had me worked up a little bit, right? But hey, it's going to be what it's going to be, right? Looks like Bitcoin's down a little bit. Altcoins seem like they're falling a little bit more. But let's hop over here to CoinMarketCap and take a look at this. I mean, it's a beautiful morning today out here in Florida. I hope you guys all had a wonderful Father's Day yesterday. Samantha's even joining us today in the chat. So go ahead and start piling up your questions and comments in there. And when I'm done with the news, I'll probably have her read that out to you or to me to, give you some sort of feedback, make the show interactive like I try to do. Say good morning, Samantha. Let everybody know that you're here.
Good morning, everybody. All
right, let me see. What do we got going on here to CoinMarketCap? We got to refresh this because it's changing every minute. Okay, so we got the Bitcoin price coming in $6,458. I mean, since we took the drop down from the 7,000s, it seems like this is where we've been bouncing around between what 6.3, 6.5. Kind of sucks, right? But I mean, it's going to be what it's going to be. We're down only 1% at the moment. I'm sure this will probably be changing around before we know it. To which direction? I don't know. We had Ethereum on the other side of $500 yesterday. I mean, here we are banging our head on $500 again, trying to make up some decisions. Coming in at 496. That's down 1% as well. We got Ripple coming in at 51 cents. That's down 3.4%, so they're not doing quite as good. We got Bitcoin Cash coming in at $833. That's down 2.33%. Let me see. What do we got going on? We got EOS coming in at $10.26. That's down 2.8%. We got Litecoin, $94 on the dot. That's down 2.8% as well. As you can see, the market's kind of, in unison, 22.6 cents. That's down 2.5%. We got Cardano hanging out at 15.6%. That's down 3.44%. And let's see. Let's scroll down here to Steam and Steam Back Dollar. See how I'm doing over there on that. It's been horrible lately. But, I mean, $1.55. That's down 5.6%. Ouch. And let's see what we got going on with the Steam Back Dollar. Like I told you guys, it used to be a metrics for determining, the altcoin bloat. And now we're potentially looking at it coming back into some sort of a metrics as we see $1.26 down 5.2%. I mean, we were up 10% yesterday. As the markets come down, it's come down. Are we going to get back to the dollar? I don't know. I mean, if it does, I definitely would start, personal opinion, not financial advice in any way, I would be thinking that the bottom would be in. So, all right, let me turn this thing around. Let Samantha have the computer here. I don't need to look at it. There you go. So, let me see. What do we got going on here with the news? Well, I mean, I went through the news this morning, like I do every morning. Ooh.
Little
birds up there flopping about. So I went through the news this morning like I tend to do every morning. And I mean, I just seen FUD piece after FUD piece after FUD piece. I mean, you guys know that I'm a border Bitcoin maximalist. I find the altcoins have value. I always, I hope for the best and prepare for the worst. So when it comes to the cryptocurrency, I hope for all the altcoins to work. I want to own as much of them. I just, I don't have the money to be investing in all of them. So, I hold a lot of Bitcoin because I got faith in it. It's been here. It's time tested. But, I look to all the altcoins. I try to invest a little bit there to make some money. And I mean, we got CNN coming out with some piece this morning talking about how Bitcoin, if everybody started using it, would grind the internet to a halt. They start stating stuff like the need for a supercomputer to be able to compute these nodes and run all the transactions. Let's see what else. I got all kinds of stuff. They were talking about that, because every transaction would be on chain. They're talking about the power consumption and all this other stuff. As soon as I heard it, I was like, wait, did they get confused? Because that sounds like Bitcoin Cash to me. I mean, that's the whole point why we're developing the Lightning Network, so we don't have to have all these transactions, on chain. Once again, main media is just out of touch with what's actually happening in the cryptocurrency space, just pumping out news to get people all worked up. You know, at some point, you might even start to believe that it's some sort of conspiracy theory to continue to drive this price down. So, because I mean, we keep hearing about how everyone is, you know, hot on the heels for major investors and bankers and, you know, hedge funds and ETFs and all this other good stuff, which isn't me and you, right? I mean, because me and you, we know how to do this. We know how to get some cryptocurrency, even if it isn't using like Coinbase or Gemini or Abra or something. You know, we know how to even get on Craigslist or local Bitcoins or something like that and go meet up with somebody in a coffee shop and trade our fiat cash for it, because you don't need all of this stuff. Big business needs all this stuff. So, you know, it's just depressing to see media out there, you know, trying to manipulate the price of Bitcoin when they don't even actually understand what it is. You know, are they going to push the price down like we keep hearing some other people talk about? Hey, if it does, you know, I mean, the Bitcoin's a tool. We have to use it properly. We have to use it to our advantage. And if it's going to be suppressed in price for the next year or two, then we start looking at it back at it as a long-term investment. It's, you know, when I first got into cryptocurrency, I didn't think anything big was going to happen for 20 years. You know, I thought that as I actually collected out of faucets, it would be something in the long term. I'm like, this is no money now, but at 20 years. And then the big jump up, the big ramp up last year, you know, it changed my thinking. So now here we are on the post side of all of this, and we see that the price was manipulated and pumped up, and no one's actually sure what the real price of Bitcoin is. Well, I mean, maybe we just need to go back to the way our thinking was before. Our thoughts got manipulated just as well as the price did. All right, so I got EOS. I mean, having some trouble. I mean, a lot of people are down in them for that. I mean, exactly what I expected. You know, I don't know why anybody would think any different. I mean, just because they got $4 billion don't mean nothing. They still bang down that code as fast as possible, still letting other people put it up. I mean, it's going to be bugs along the way until, I mean, you got to give it time. Everything takes time, right? But we're looking at Binance. They're going to be offering some of the airdrops. They got IQ, DAC, and EON. Not sure which ones are which or what those are. I told you I'm still on the sidelines on this one. I haven't even looked over at Binance this morning to see if they've opened anything up. But what you should know is that you should hold at least 100 EOS if you're going to be looking to try to get any of these airdrops. If you have less than 100, don't worry about it so much. All right. The next little bit that I wrote down here that I kind of want to talk about is that I had some people asking me, you know, what my opinion was on Ripple and whether or not it was a security. Ethereum's not a security. I mean, yeah, Ethereum's not a security. Ripple's not a security. I mean, they got great lawyers. They got tons of money. They're even more centralized. So they're definitely going to be able to put a legal team together to argue this point. And this is a point that's been being made that with Ethereum not being considered a security, pretty much most of these companies, if they get big enough, won't be. It's only going to be to be able to pick on the smaller companies. You know, it's another, you know, tool that's going to be used to hold the small man down and not necessarily the corporate brothers that are out there trying to get into the cryptocurrency space. All right. So we got anybody in the chat, Sam, or am I kind of ranting by myself out here again?
We have Cornelius.
Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming out again. I mean, you're starting to become a big supporter. That's amazing. I love seeing these people come out here into the chat, you know, like, Ivan on text says, don't linger in the dark. Come on out.
And we have Paul. Cornelius asked, what are your views on EOS? And
like I said, I mean, I hope for the best and prepare for the worst. That's why I'm always just holding a lot of Bitcoin. But I mean, I would like to see EOS work. Like I keep telling you guys, you know, I do have some money on the sideline. Not enough to buy 100, you know, but I do have some money on the sidelines that I'm waiting for be able to put the cryptocurrency in and pull the EOS out, because I don't need crypto exchanges. I practice what I preach for sure. So I'm just waiting to be able to pull some out, and I plan on picking up a little bit. You know, I plan on getting the wallet. I plan on messing around with it. I plan on trying to indulge into this technology, but I actually want to see it up and running and be able to move it about. The main net is in such chaos at the moment that I'm waiting for it to become smooth. Okay.
Paul asks, what are your thoughts on exchange shares like KuCoin and Cost?
I mean, it's working. So, I mean, because before Binance, I hadn't seen anything like that. And then BNB token came out and they've, you know, the price has increased. It's really helped the exchange. I hadn't heard of KuCoin for a while. And then all of a sudden I heard of it. I actually happened to have gotten a couple KuCoins. And I mean, it's really helping to make these exchanges get going because of the funding properties involved with it. You know, but ultimately we have to move towards decentralized exchanges, right? You know, is this going to help these companies fund in the meantime? Because Binance is supposedly moving towards being decentralized. Hey, if it does, that'd be great. If they ended up just using it as a form to be able to get on top and start trying to monopolize the situation, then it's going to be something that comes back and bites us in the butt.
Silent Lamb's here.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? Thanks for joining me this morning for a cup of coffee. So do you have a good Father's Day, Samantha?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I was here with you.
Well, I know, but they don't know this. All right. One more piece to talk about, and then I'll go ahead and wrap it up. So if you got any more questions, put them in the chat now. Who was it? Crypto Daily? Yeah, it was Crypto Daily. I heard him out there. He was talking about the BTC price and the downward death spiral of if cryptocurrency becomes the price Bitcoin, if Bitcoin's price becomes so low that people start turning off their miners because it becomes non-profitable, you know, lowering the hash rate, and then it could take so long for the hash rate to readjust that it takes a long time for a block to propagate, and without the propagation of blocks, people won't be able to do anything. The price will continue to spiral downwards because people on exchanges will be able to dump them without a problem. Don't necessarily think that is going to happen. I mean, we hear all the time that in China they're producing Bitcoin for like $1,500. So, I mean, we're talking about an under $1,500 Bitcoin. I know that I've heard from lots of people that they would definitely be jumping back in to buy large amounts of Bitcoin if it started getting down there near the $1,000 range. I don't, you know, I mean, you always hear about the death of Bitcoin so many times that it's not happening. It's just another one of those FUD pieces out there. You just can't get FUDded out. When I've always noticed that you have, you know, like I keep saying, I always have my little daily quotes at the beginning, you know, these little things. You know, the grass is greener on the other side. Those are there for a reason. And one of those things is that you got to do the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing, or else you're going to have exactly what everyone else has. And right now, everybody is so FUDded out, and everyone is so scared to be buying Bitcoin, and everyone's so worried that the price is going down. It's telling me that I need to go ahead and hold on to what I have. Maybe not buy, you know, maybe that might not be the smart decision, but it's telling me that I have to hold on to what I have very tightly because I don't want to do what everyone else is doing, because I'm tired of having what everyone else has. All right, Samantha, is there anything going on in the chat?
Cornelius is asking, what do you think about BNB tokens, especially when the price of BTC is going down? And then the second part is, if Binance goes down or is hacked, wouldn't the effect of the price of the BNB token?
I mean, there's the standard thinking of what you think would happen in cryptocurrency. You know, I've been there where you think, oh, well, this hack or this country or this or that should bring the price down. I mean, just like how, I mean, I hate going back to this because everyone keeps bringing up how Thomas thinks the price of Bitcoin's going down because of the Tether situation. It's not. I mean, with the way he was talking and people were assuming the price would be plummeting right now, we'd be looking at $5,000 and under, but the market seems to be based on a lot of just opinion and feeling and these things that you can't judge. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, even if Binance got hacked and then they came out with some amazing PR stunt, you could see the price stay right at the same. You know, that's why these things are so unpredictable. I mean, that's why I keep saying, like, you know, on the Q&A, you guys were asking me what I thought the next big thing was, and it was that the
Hydro hash.
Yeah, the hash graph. And it's not necessarily, I mean, of course, I want to see all projects work because I'm hopeful for the future and this kind of stuff. It's just that, I mean, you could tell that there's already hype building up behind it. And with this kind of hype, you know, this is where money is made on quick investments, right? It's just like a mini pyramid scheme. It's just that you have to get in the beginning and make sure you get out at the right time. Regardless of whether or not you think this technology is going to work, it's that long-term holding could see you go up and down so much. You know, I don't know. Everybody's going to do what they do out here, and everybody's different, and the way you go about making money and how you invest is different. It's just that when I see hype and stuff like this building, that's when I say, oh, well, maybe I should pick up a little bit. Even though that is doing what everybody else is doing, I'm just hoping that I'm earlier than most of the people jumping in on the situation. All All right, you guys. Well, thank you for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I got all kinds of tools, affiliation codes, links, all that good stuff listed down there. I also got stuff to help you get a hardware wallet. If you got more than $500 in crypto, you don't have to get it from me. Just go out there, get a hardware wallet, take care of your cryptocurrency. This stuff's going to be worth so much in the future. You're going to be kicking yourself if you don't. All right, come on over to Steam It, upvote my post, comment down below. I'll be giving you an upvote, a full upvote. That's one of the best things I could do. That's how we're helping each other over there. As always, I got donational addresses down there if you got that extra cryptocurrency. But most off, I want you guys to go ahead and keep your Bitcoin safe.